All right, welcome to Max Corner. I am going to be playing Dark Souls 2 today. This is per my very first video request. One of the things I really want to try and do is be responsive to anyone who participates in my channel, and as much as I'm going to be able to do that, I'm going to try and do it. So let me go ahead and, well, just real quick, I have played the game before. I've never come anywhere close to beating it. I'm not a casual gamer, but I'm not super hardcore either. I kind of maybe fall in the 75% between casual to hardcore, wherever that line is. And for me, Dark Souls 2 is at the far end of hardcore. But I played it for a while. I did enjoy it. I eventually started getting a little frustrated, and I'll kind of explain why after the thing. But it is a fun game, and I'm kind of looking forward to get back to it, especially since the timing is perfect. One of the things that made it hard was I was using a keyboard and mouse last time. I tried to play this, and I just got my brand new Steam controller. I kind of like the feel of it. The placement of the buttons and stuff's a little different. I think it's going to take some getting used to, but all the reviews and feedback on it is that it's great. So I'm going to try this again with the controller as well, and hopefully that's going to make a difference. So we're going to do a new game. And as always, I'm not going to talk through the cutscenes and stuff, and I think it starts with one, in case you're interested.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drangleic. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Alright, so as you can see, this is not exactly a kid's game. Not something to play if you're under a lot of anxiety already. But it's pretty cool. That was quite the introduction. I actually had forgotten parts of that. I think most of you are probably familiar with this if you're watching it, but just real quick. So you start off as a dead guy, essentially, or half dead, half alive. So you're not a complete... They call them hollows, which are just complete undead. And our character, if I understand it right, is sort of halfway between death and life. You can become fully alive again. And one of the the two big qualities about this game are that, one... Alright, hold on. I'm going to play the controls right I do this. So I got to learn the controls on this as well. Alright, so if you look, we got stamina. Power attack, I'm assuming. Alright, I think that's gonna be a lot easier than the keyboard. I'm kinda looking forward to this. Let's step backwards. Right. Okay, so in this game, I'm gonna die a lot. Even good players die a lot. This game is notorious for being really easy to die, and death is almost a mechanic of the game. But every time you die, you come back, but you come back as a hollow, and a hollow is gonna have half your maximum health, and it goes down a little bit every time you die. And as you can see, I'm actually, you know, I'm not alive right now. Alright, so I might come back this way. If I remember right, though, I'm not going to do much with them. Wait. I am liking the control. The only thing about the control, at least for this game, is it's a lot harder to control the camera. So with the mouse here, see, this is the mouse. It's really easy to look around. Not nearly as easy with the camera unless I'm missing something at the moment. Alright, so left trigger, that targets him. Can I do anything with it? Okay. Okay. Well, let me see. I gotta remember where to go here, too. So, I made it in okay ways, not anywhere close to beating it. And actually, while I'm doing this, let me fix the sound, too. Seems like the sound's a problem. So, you're also probably gonna see me going through the, using the mouse, kind of going back to the mouse and keyboard every once in a while, especially the mouse. Let me lower the sound so it's a little easier to hear. Hopefully it's not going to be too low. And there we go. I think I found... Nope, that's where we came from. And voila! Just like that. Okay, so that's actually the perfect start to this. Because it's pretty much... That's very indicative of how this playthrough is going to go. Because... as I said, I'm not a casual gamer, but on the spectrum of casual to hardcore, I also don't fall on the far right. I'm probably about 70% towards the hardcore mark. But first and foremost, I believe in enjoying games as opposed to... There we go. Okay, here we are. I must have gone the wrong way before. As opposed to getting stressed out by them, if that makes sense. When a game starts to truly frustrate me... Alright, I'm not sure if that was my ghost or if that was a player from another realm. That's another neat thing about this game, is it's a quasi-single-player game, but it's happening in a universe where it's also a quasi-multiplayer game. In the sense that anyone who's playing Dark Souls right now, the server keeps track of that, and anyone who's in like a same location as I am... let me let you listen to this. It's a creepy game.
You're finished. You go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them. Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed. What is your name?
All right. Little Mac, and I guess it's going to do an asterisk instead of a apostrophe, but that's fine. Oh, except I can't do that. There you go. How about that one? That'll work.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy. Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
All right. So the last time I played this, I played more of a wizard type character, which wound up being pretty effective for me throughout a good portion of the game that I did play. The problem is, and I used him very much as a high DPS hit and run character, but couldn't really go toe to toe. And I was able to manage that just fine until I don't, if you're familiar with the game, you may know what I'm talking about. Forgive me, I don't remember the name of the stage, the name of the boss. But there is one, I got to a stage where there were a bunch of giant knight guys running around, and the final boss of that area was this dude who has this huge lance. And at the edge, it's a very small area to kind of run around in, and at the edge, and you're in this little circle, and around the circle, you essentially is you die if you go too far off the circle. And there was essentially no room to hit and run, and I couldn't get past him. I mean, people kept telling me, oh, you know how to do it. I followed advice online. I just couldn't do it. And I think a lot of it has to do with I found the critical weakness of the character I was playing, which was if I lost the ability to run away and shoot, I couldn't, it just didn't work out very well. So class and gift. All right, class. So I'm gonna play much more of a warrior character this time as opposed to a sorcerer character, because this is what I played last time. Yeah, the game's hard enough as it is. If you're so, I forget, is it sadist or masochist? Which one? If you loves to hurt yourself a lot, yeah, go for it. Me, I'm not gonna. Okay, I think I've tried this guy before too. He has swords in two hands, which seems really cool at first, but I've realized that having the ability to defend yourself is also pretty important. Alright. High HP and adaptability. Well, adaptability is really important in this game, I'm thinking. So, I think this warrior is looking like he's more of a hits hard, moves quick, probably has some armor. He's probably going to be more effective at attack. But it's funny. I as I said, through most of my life, I always liked, hit hard, hit fast. I always focused on damage first. But now that I've started these Iron Man playthroughs and I'm doing this a little more, I've come to appreciate survivability. So let me go ahead. I'm going to be the knight. My gift. Okay, so something like this, I forget if you get this just this one time or if every time you come back you get it. I don't find any of these one-time use things to be that effective unless you get them every time you come back to life, and I don't really recall. And actually, I don't know if I've ever even tested it. And I don't know what that does. Yeah, so once again, I toss it in the bonfire to raise the strength of nearby foes. I don't want to do that. That's not something that... This is going to be difficult enough as it is. Okay, I don't know. So the one that I know is going to be not only A, most immediately useful, but I know we get to keep it even if we die, is the life ring. So I'm going to go with the life ring. Plus, it's going to fit with our theme of survivability. Okay, so not yet, not yet. Body... Alright, that's fine. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Okay, you know, close enough. I mean, he's white, he's got blue eyes, and he's got hair. Well, I don't have hair, but that's okay. And, okay, close enough. There's no point in spending a lot of time getting him detailed. I'm not stressed about that. So let's finalize creation. This is my true self.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. You never know.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence from you fine old women. I'm wondering, I'm speculating with the threads and everything else. So these, so one sec.
Trot along to the king. Remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going home. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
So that right there is essentially the game's way of telling you, it's a game designed for you to die over and over and over. But you know, the death penalty here is it's a very unique death penalty because it's not horrendous in the sense that there's no permadeath. You can keep playing until you just get so frustrated you don't want to play anymore, or you beat the game or something. But so as you go through and kill things and do stuff, you get experience, and you'll see how you can do that. Okay, so that looks like a shield bash if and when I get a shield. Alright, that's a block. So left blocks, I'm assuming, or so if I had a shield, I'm assuming I put the shield up. Right now I got a sword. Left looks like a shield bash, but I don't have a shield. R2 is a swing attack from right to left. Okay, well. Yeah, so as I was saying here too, I want to go with the assumption with them having those weaving threads and there being 3 of them and being old ladies, that those represent the fates from, I think it's Greek mythology? Greek or Roman? I'm pretty sure Greek. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure it's Greek. Now, where did we come from? Okay, we came in there, so... do I want to go back here? I think I remember it being useful to go back this way for some reason. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. Except, oh, no, this is moving forward. Well, you know what? As I said, I don't intend to make this a full-on find every secret playthrough either. This is just kind of playing through, having a good time, enjoying the game together, and seeing what happens. And the last thing I want to do is start getting into stuff that's just not interesting to people. Alright, and what did that do? Anything for us? Oh, something's over here. Alright. Soul of a Lost Undead. Alright, I'm going to assume that's going to give us some experience when we use it, but I don't want to use it now, and there's a really good reason for that. Can I light that up? Okay, so equipment, broadsword. So here you can see our stats. Let me see. So I'm not going to do it now, I don't think. Oh, this is okay. So this is another thing that makes it is I forget, but it's kind of like you have to. I don't remember what all this stuff. So there's a lot of stats in the game, and you can make yourself really strong in one area but be vulnerable in others. So that's why I kind of like the idea of the adaptability of the knight, because As much, I think it's better to be decent at everything in a game like this as opposed to specializing, because then you hit that one place where you're weak, and just like I was talking about last time, you just get yourself in trouble. So if I hit that, and I'll show you when I do die what happens. So as you can see right now, I've turned into a basically I'm alive again. I'm myself. I'm a handsome young knight apparently. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I'll explain in a second why we don't use that. Why do we don't want to use that right now? So we're wearing this, or no? Imported hood. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. So, I guess this is the defense value, maybe. I mean, it makes sense that the cloth would be less useful. I'm just trying to recall. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This life ring raises maximum HP. Do we have it equipped? All right. Oh, X. X is going to show item info. Now, do I have to equip it? Is my next question. Or is it equipped already? Well, for right now, until I know any better, I'm just... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, so player status. Oh, here we go. So this gives us the stat details. That's right. So left weapon, right weapon. Okay. There's our stats. Player info. Here's just general info about us and who we are. And here's our equip. So our ring is not equipped. Now I've got to figure out how to equip our ring, because I don't remember how to do that. Don't need to worry about that right now. Don't need to worry about that right now. So as I said, I played the game before, but it's been a long time. And that's just our options. So equipment. There we go. Okay, so here's where we equip. I'm thinking. Bones of the Earth. Where's our life ring? Oh, here we go. Okay, here. So here's the rings. Got it. There we go. So we have a ring equipped. So what's that doing for us? I guess so. So we have 5 minutes of torch time, by the way. So as you collect torches, you don't use a torch. You get time. The more torches, the more time limit you have. So I was curious how much health that gave us, but I'm not going to spend any more time trying to figure it out. Key thing is, we got it equipped. Our max health did go up by a certain degree, whatever our max health is. All right, so you can use these torches to light these things. As I recall, I don't know if that does much for us now. And let's go on and get this party started. Enter the mist. And one of the neat things is you enter stuff, and you can't really see what's coming. Wield right weapon two-handed. Okay, so we can wield it two-handed or one-handed. That's good to know. I did not realize that. Alright, so as you saw,